Let's Code channel. So now let's take some another machine coding problem. So here I will uh, teach you how to create a to-do list. Okay, so this will be what it would look like. So we will have add to do and pending task. Right now no task is available, so it is showing like this. When I'll click on add task, then my ID, this input box, and this will appear. If I can write like wake up, for example, it can be saved and I can add multiple tasks. Suppose wake up, breakfast, study, sleep. So now we can see that I can mark some as like done. So we can save all. Okay. So now if all are saved, we can see that total tasks are 4 and these are the list what I want to do. Now pending task, it will filter out basis on whether the tasks are completed or not. In pending, I will get to see what all are incompleted. If I click, you can see that study and sleep, they were incompleted. And I can delete like this some task. Okay. So let's continue and dive into the code how we will do. So yeah, uh, so we want to create this to do, right? So first of all, we know that we will be having three things. First of all, ID, because we want to delete. We want an input box which will have a text. So we can say that it is a title or whatever the content. And then we need to track that it is completed or not. So for that, first of all, make an interface. I told you in my previous video. So let's create an interface to define the types. So to do is my interface. Now it should have a ID, which should be number type. Okay. We can also take string if we want. Then we should have some title, which will be your task, and then completed. So it should be boolean because it's like completed or not completed. So we are just tracking it on the basis of a flag. So treat it as a flag. So yeah, so this interface is created. Now, as I told you earlier, that we want to insert dynamically if user clicks on add button, then our things, our row should be added. For adding, we should use what? Array. So I will create to do array. It should be of type what? Interface. It is an array and initially it's empty. If user hasn't clicked, it should be empty. Now create an add to do button. So now when someone like clicks on the button to add, then what should happen? In our array, which was to do, inside that it should be pushed dynamically. And what should be pushed? ID. Let's give ID some unique. So I will give date dot now. You can in fact give something like uh, length and any other unique number, and and title should be initially empty, and our flag also, let's take it as false initially because it is not done yet because we have just added it. Okay, so this add to do button is completed. So now first of all, let's see step by step we should create. I already told you because it's easy to debug. So let's give a heading to do list. Okay. Now inside that, first of all, we should have a button. On clicking, we should have our add to do function. Okay. So here I will give the name of button add to do. And if something is added, okay, as I told you that button is created, but now I want to display it, right? And it's an array, so I need to do what? I need to iterate it, right? So let's iterate it. First of all, use ng4. Now let a task of to do's, okay. And now inside my array, I want to display ID also. I can't display the unique number I'm storing. Date dot now is what? It is storing your current date. But for ID, I want to display it 1, 2, 3, right? So for that, I'll use index. Okay. Now I want to display ID, right? So ID will be what? I will take I plus 1. Okay. Now it is what? Interpolation. We all know, right? I want one input box also. So input. And now I want that it should dynamically be binded. Whatever I write, it should be updated in both ends, right? In UI also and in my array also. So in my array, so I'll use ng model from forms module, okay, template driven forms. So now here what I want to store, first of all, in input, this input will be gone where? It will be go inside my title, okay. So for to do dot title, okay. Now this won't be to do, it will be what? Task, because for particular task it is going inside that, okay. Now I should use some placeholder in order to know what should be typed. Okay, so enter your daily task. Okay, now I want one checkbox. Now in checkbox also I want to store the data. So task dot completed is storing, is being stored. Okay, now it's, we can say, done. So we should have some buttons also. So I was initially thinking that, but okay, right now just add it, save. Uh, we'll just create it. So save, and we should have one button for delete, right? This is an ideal case. Now we know one thing, that for deleting we can do two things. We can either write here because we need to provide function only, or we can create this function in our ts file also, because it's a small function. For deleting we will using splice method, so I'll use here only, okay. So to do from array we need to remove it, right? So it's splice from this index, and I want to just remove this particular task if it is not needed, right? So here delete, it should be fine, right? And let's create this save button right now. So save button. Now for saving, I'll just do console.log for this moment, because we will not using any local storage right now. So first of all, let's see how it is looking, okay. So it is looking like this. We have this heading, this button. Now this is appearing like id. I can id is starting from 1. If I enter bath, I have this done, save and delete option. Delete is working fine. And let's open and inspect and then see if our save is working or not. But we have an error, no value accessor to for form control and specified name attribute. Okay, so let's debug this. So when this is coming, when we click on this button, this is coming. No value accessor for form control, unspecified name attribute. Okay, so this I wanted to show you earlier in my video, but at that moment was not coming. So this error comes because I'm using ng model. Okay, and whenever you use ng model, we need to specify name attribute. Okay, some unique name to track, so that uh, my Angular knows that this is some different value. Okay, so we'll use name. So suppose here I'll use task interpolation I. Okay, so it will be different, task 0, task 1, like this. And here also we should use name, like to. Okay, this name is required. It is required because it wants you that you should provide some unique. Okay, so I can write completed also. So yeah, it's now error is gone. We can see add to do, and now no value accessor to form control name completed 0. Okay, so ng model task dot completed name is this, then checkbox is this. So okay, okay, right now let's first of all see in console that if we save then it is coming right or not. I'll save it. So in array I can see that yeah, it is updated. Okay, but okay, so let's debug why this error is coming in done. Okay, so basically the checkbox we have created, so there's error. Oh, okay, my bad. This error is coming because we are using this checkbox. Okay, we don't need this. It should be input type check, right? Because we want from user. So it should be input type checkbox, right? And if you want to show like done, so you can write like this. So now if you save it and now go, yeah, so now you can see that done is coming and this. And if you just clear the console and refresh it, yeah, now see if I add this, now that error is not coming. Okay, so this is working fine, and we can in fact add the data. But this done is not looking nice, so I'll, because it's like very intuitive that this checkbox is for completion, so I'll just remove that. Okay, so let's save this, and this is working fine. But now we want one pending task, and I also want this task to be displayed. Okay, so only task title I want to be displayed. So if I do this task dot title, okay, and now this task will be an object and I want that data to be displayed, so I will take it as JSON. Now I'll save it. So whatever the data I enter, I can see in my screen also, right? You can see, but it is not looking nice, so we'll format it later. But just to show, I've done like this. Now important feature which is left is pending task, so we'll create that. Okay, so for pending, create one function, pending task. Now return, I want all the tasks to be shown. Okay, so I'll store in this to do what after filtering. So I'll filter on the basis of whether it is completed or not. And for that, we have taken one flag, right? One boolean. So done flag. So if it's not done, dot completed. Okay. So this is your pending task function. Now in HTML, we want, so in outside, I create, and let's give an HR tag. Okay, and what HR tag will do, that it will draw one line after that one piece of row. Okay, and create input your button for filtering here. Okay, so pending task will call, let's say what, pending task only. I want to display, so I'll loop it again. Okay, so I don't want this index right now, and I will just display my task dot title. Okay, and I'll save it. And now we can see two buttons, add to do. Now we have save and delete and this. Okay, and initially this is coming, right? So we need to add some NGF logic also, that when we want to display this data, if, or first we'll add here one more div, NGF. Okay, now if length of my array, okay, is 0, then no task is there. Okay, so I can write this no task found, or we can say add task, no task found. So add task, and then we can add one more div, and if to do length is greater than 0, then total task will be length. And and then I want to display this. Okay, now let's see how it is looking. Yeah, this is looking like this. Let's refresh it. No task found, add task, total task 1. Why it is coming total task 1 without even saving it? This is coming as empty, right? So we need to look at it why it is coming like this. So your title is initially an empty string. I have, right. So when it is length is greater than 0 and uh, greater than 1. Okay, now we can see whenever we will save it. Okay, and now I'll add another, then I have this. So right now we can see that if we save it, right now in this for loop I am printing this task dot title. Okay, when the length is greater than 0. So we can see that this empty double quotation mark is coming, right? But we don't want this. So what we can do is that in this li we can add one ng if condition, and we can say that task dot title dot trim. Trim does is what? Basically trim is used to remove the empty spaces from starting and ending. Okay, you can read it from here also. So this should not be equal to this, right? If it is not equal to space, then print it. So now if I save it and go back, so I can see that this is empty but nothing is coming. Okay, bath, now it is coming bath. Okay, I have saved this. Okay, I'll add another task. I will eat. I will add another saying study. Okay, now I will do it as mark and then save it. Now when I filter it, now task is bath, each study. Okay, I'll filter it. Then I'll have only two tasks which is not completed it. Okay, and for better CSS, you can add CSS. Some CSS I have already written, so I can add this to do app and task item. Okay, so to do app, because css is totally depending on you. Okay, so it is not so important, but okay, I can show you little bit of css I have added just to make it look better. Okay, so this is how it will look. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. If you like my content, uh, you actually saw it useful for you, so please subscribe it for more videos. Thank you.